Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Shumbi Dimao. I'm 13 years old. I live in Kunyango and I'm a student for elementary level class. So, in this video, I would like to talk about people who discover great things, or should I say genius. Some of them are well known, but some are not. But their discoveries are still famous and useful. As you know, there are more and more scientists in the world, but in this video, I would like to talk about 3 scientists that I admire. So let's start my presentation now. The first person is Isaac Newton. I really admire his success. He was an English polymath. He was born on January 4th, 1643. He had a bad childhood life. Newton was an only child. His father died 3 months before Newton's birth. When Isaac Newton was 3 years old, his mother married another man and left Newton with his grandmother. His mother wanted her son to be a farmer, but he hated that occupation. In June 1661, he entered the Trinity College at the University of Cambridge. He was awarded a scholarship in 1664. He was awarded a bachelor's degree in 1665. But at that same year, the plague appeared and the university had to close for a moment. So Newton went back home. And while he was at home, he discovered the law of gravity by an apple fell from the tree. That is the most famous law. He also discovered the law of motion in 1687, the theory of light and colors in 1704, and so on. He discovered so many things. He was knighted by Queen Anne and given the knighthood. Newton died on March 31, 1727, in his sleep. He didn't leave any children or wife, and he never married. The second person is Marie Curie. I admire her diligence. She was a famous physicist and chemist from Poland, and she was the first woman to be awarded a Nobel Prize. She was born on November 7, 1867. Her early life was woeful. The oldest sister died when Marie Curie was 8 years old, and her mother died when she was 10. Her father was a teacher, but he lost his job because he supported Polish nationalism. So their family was really poor. She attended local schools. After finishing high school, she applied for admission of university, but she was not allowed admission into any university with the reason of she was a woman. That's why she had to work as a governess for several years. In 1891, she went to Paris and studied chemistry and physics with her elder sister's help, and she became the first woman to teach. There she met his husband, who was also a physicist. In 1895, they were married. They studied radioactive materials together. In 1898, they discovered 2 new chemical elements. One was named polonium and one was named radium. Marie Curie was awarded a Nobel Prize for the first time in 1903. In 1911, Marie Curie won her second Nobel Prize in chemistry. Marie Curie died on July 4, 1934 of leukemia. Learning about radioactive material is very dangerous, and she died by plastic anemia by the action of radiation. The last person is Galileo Galilei. I admire the way he dressed himself. He was a physicist and astronomer. He was born on February 15, 1564 in Italy. His father was a musician and he decided his son should be a doctor. In 1581, he was sent to university in Paris to study medicine. But Galileo found out that he had talent for mathematics, so he begged his father to allow him to leave university and learn maths. Fortunately, his father allowed him, so he became a tutor in mathematics. He became a professor in mathematics soon. In 1609, he heard about spyglass. He used his mathematical skills and built a telescope and see the moon through it. That was his first astronomy discovery. He found out that the moon wasn't smooth and had mountain ears and pitted. He also discovered 4 moons circling Jupiter, studied about Saturn, about the sunspot of the Sun and Venus. And he discovered that all the planets and the Earth revolve around the Sun. At that time, people believed that the Sun revolved around the Earth. That's why Galileo was accused as heretics. Fortunately, he wasn't killed, but was told that he should not announce publicly his belief. But Galileo continued his studies and even more believed that all planets revolve around the Sun. In 1632, he published a book about his discovery. That's why he was about to be sent to prison. But the reason of his health and age, he was allowed to serve his imprisonment at home retest. In 1638, he became blind. Galileo died on January 8, 1642, at the age of 48, because he had a fever. He never married, but he had a long relationship with Mariana Gamber and had 3 children with her. So, I have presented the scientists that I admire. Who do you like the most in these people? So, it's time to say goodbye. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. Goodbye and see you again in another video.